In this video, I'm going to build out a full mood in Raspberry AI called Stone Neutrals with Soft Sage and export to Miro for further iteration. The idea is a quiet, elevated luxury weekend story built from ivory, stone, soft gray, pale oak, and muted sage. I'll start by generating 3 scene images to define the world. Then I'll create 3 images with models in that same mood. From there, I'll use off-body to isolate garments from those images and turn them into 2D sketches. Finally, I'll generate a few matching prints so the whole mood feels cohesive. I'm starting with my main inspiration image, a slab of agate. I have this image on my Miro board, and I'll upload into a new Raspberry AI board along with a simple color story. First, I want 3 scene-only images that establish the world to set the tone for everything else. I'll grab my lifestyle photography tool node from the tools on the left and drag into my workspace. I'm using a prompt for a landscape with limestone arches and a soft sage linen throw draped across the bench. I'm also going to change the aspect ratio to portrait. I don't have to wait for the image to generate. I'll pull out a couple more lifestyle photography tool nodes and prompt for more scenes in this world. The second prompt is for a villa courtyard with a waterscape in a warm off-white stone. This time I'll generate in landscape. The last landscape scene is of a European countryside estate in a sage, cream, and gray palette. While those generate, I'll start arranging my board, pick the best outputs, and export to the Miro board with my original inspiration image. I can also start arranging my board in Miro to my liking as I generate assets. Now that I have my 3 scene images, I'm going to start generating fashion imagery inside that same world. For my first image with a model, I'll use soft sage as a tonal accent. The room, clothing, and materials describe the same world as the original scenes created before. Next, I want an image with multiple models. I'm not changing the mood, I'm repeating it across more people, more silhouettes, and a second lighting scenario. That's what makes it feel like a collection or a campaign instead of one nice image. For my third image, I want a minimal menswear look. Again, I don't have to stay with the square outputs. I can change the aspect ratio right in the tool node, which I'll do for this last image. Once I choose my best images, I can arrange them. I can also crop right in Raspberry. I can remove the background if I want to layer images. At this point, I can keep exporting them to the Miro board. Next, I want to create mood images that feature accessories instead of models. Same room and materials, same light, same emotional tone. I'll drag out more lifestyle photography tool nodes and keep prompting. Remember, you can always type in short ideas and have Prompt Assist suggest improved prompts. My first prompt is for a sage leather shoulder bag on a cream boucle chair. My second prompt is for suede loafers and a sage cashmere sweater on an oak floor. I'll export these to Miro and arrange. Next, I want to pull garments and accessories out of these images. I'll click into my first image and choose Visualize, then Off Body to open the tool node. I'll do these for each garment I want to isolate. I can choose 1 to 4 outputs. It's possible your board will be getting a bit busy at this point. You can easily grab a group of tool nodes and outputs to arrange the workspace. I'm going to keep pulling garments and accessories out of the images for ideas. This is how I turn the mood imagery into an actual design asset. Once I have all my favorites, I'll export them to the Miro board and arrange. Then I'll begin to create 2D sketches as well. I'll choose the first off-body output and use the Generate, then 2D Sketch shortcut. In the Tool node, I can decide if I want black and white or color. I can also choose to generate only one output to keep my board a bit clearer. I'll generate and keep repeating 2D Sketch with my other looks. I think I'll generate the purse sketch in full color. And for the shoes, I'd like to see them at a different angle before I generate a sketch. I'll use the multi-view shortcut to open the tool node. I'll generate a 3/4 view. Once I've generated the new view, I'll create a 2D sketch as well. Now I'll have a sketch asset that came directly from the editorial images I generated. I don't need to use them in my mood board, but they're a head start on designing actual styles. I'll select all of the sketches and export them to Miro all in one shot. In settings, I can choose to hide my connections. Next, I'm going to create a few prints that match the same mood. I'm keeping these tonal so they sit naturally with everything else. First, I'll start with a marble-inspired print. I'll drag out a Prints and Patterns tool node from the left panel. The prompt is a tonal marble-inspired print in soft beige, gray, and off-white with hints of muted sage woven through the veining. Fluid organic movement, polished and understated. My second print prompt is a soft watercolor wash print in sage, ivory, and pale stone. Blurred edges and layered transparency, calm and atmospheric. My third print prompt is a minimal linear print in a light gray and sage with fine architectural lines and generous negative space, clean and refined. While that generates, I'll start choosing the best outputs, arranging and exporting to Miro. I can easily preview the tiling right in the board. Now I can review everything I've done. In the settings in the upper right corner, I can click off Show Connections to remove the tool nodes and connectors for easy review of my mood board. We have scenery images to define the environment, model images in the same mood, isolated garments and 2D sketches, along with prints to support the palette and tone. So the full workflow is, I started by using lifestyle photography to build the world, then create fashion imagery inside of it. Then I used off-body to pull garments and accessories directly out of those images, and finished by generating prints in prints and patterns that complete the mood. I'll select all of the images in my mood board, right-click and create a frame. From here, I have many options, including renaming and downloading the frame. I can arrange and work fully in the Raspberry AI board's workspace, or I can keep working with the same images exported to a Miro board. This is how you go from scene to fashion to sketch to print and keep everything feeling cohesive in Raspberry AI with the option to export to Miro. Give it a try.